to stop the Alphen Rhinos right in their track. Will they be the poachers they wanted to be, or will the Rhinos prevail and live for another day?
Well, looks like it will go for a boost setup. Well, they will go. Yeah, they will go for a boost setup with 2 players on towards boost, one holding mid, and a smoke and flashes going away from A. So it will be a split as a smoke coming in. It won't cross off the mid area or the top area as well. LJ needs to fight against it as Prasan's getting 1 kill as the kill's going for Noxer as well. Now it looks like Noxer is back into the team.
Yeah, just to change things up, maybe they had a good distribution as now Wizen takes down Thijs after he just planted the bomb. It's a 1v4 for Zizek, and he's stuck in quad. They know exactly where he is, but there is no utility to flush him out. Luckily though, Wizen has the aim, and now it is a 1-0 lead for the Mostar Hornets. They are starting it off nicely, but well, it is still a long way to go. Their setup was a bit iffy, but eventually it worked, mainly due to the kill of LNJ and a great follow-up from Noxer when he stepped in towards connector, and will now go for the auto shotgun.
Auto shotty. Interesting buy, works in different kind of positions, and it's just great against rushers.
Yeah, will you think he will play B close? It seems like he's at least going there. And unfortunately for him, the Alphen Rhinos is now going on an eco, moving towards the A side, hoping that a player would maybe go too aggressive. But Wizen is now moving closer. And will he fall for these P250s and Glock combo? He is looking the wrong way. The time they run out, he might actually die as they're now moving across his Wizen with first kill. He will try to get a second. He will get a third as well. And will he get knifed? Yes, it's Prasans with the money. And boom, baby. Down goes Wizen. And there's 4 men left to find us. He's all on his lonesome. Reloads the UMP, but is a bit too jumpy to get out. 2-0 for the Mostar Hornets, and Alphen Rhinos do get some money and will now buy.
Yeah, well, very interesting. He has the knife, so he will be just going instantly for that AWP. It's Prasan, so why wouldn't he pick up an AWP? Let's see if he's able to open up the map instantly. As it looks like he wants to go for a mid peek. And let's see if he actually gets something going. No, it's instantly smoked off. Nate coming in as well, doing a little bit of attack, but nothing more.
There is a boost coming out on Thijs. There are 2 players to find. LNJ is a bit iffy. He's standing in the wrong way, standing in the open, taking some damage, but also dishing out a little bit. The little bit less than he was receiving, and eventually he will die, because if you don't trade correctly, you will lose. And in Dutch we have a certain saying, from trading comes crying, as you never get what you want. And there's always someone who gets something better than you, because, well, equal trading rarely happens.
Exactly, and well, Thijs has been taken up to 23 HP. You could still work with the AK that he has, and we see some Noxer with the auto shotgun. And yes, I was just about saying he gets more in front of it, and he gets the first kill. Oh, as 3 players peek into him, but he only tags those players. Nate will come in, does a little bit of damage. Third on site will be taken down by Zizix, and now it's only DZ and Wizen to do it. As Wizen maybe even doesn't want to go and commit for it, as he wants to save the AWP, as the DC is also not committing to anything, and they will go for the save. So that means it will be 2-1.
And that means the Alphen Rhinos on their first buy round actually get hit in their favor. Prasan's not even getting the kill with the AWP, but possibly putting down some pressure, which scared off Mostar Hornets, went to put them in a more defensive situation. And eventually they lost the round. Weird that Noxer was out of position with that auto shot. He then went in, did get a kill, but well, he wasn't really ready to begin with.
No, he get the first kill, which was not really looking at him. Then he gave away his position, so all these different kind of angles he needed to go in. The 3 players instantly picked him. If they didn't, well, if they missed their shots, let's say it like that, he would easily be able to take it down. But come on, you're picking into 3 people and picking against the Ryans, he will be taken down. And first of all, why was he in CT when they know it went towards the B execute?
Yeah, there is now a slight technical delay due to one of the players of the Alphen Rhinos not being able to be heard by the others. And this does give us the opportunity to tell you, look at that beautiful City League logo right at the bottom. It's brand new. Tom is very happy about it. And ooh mama, clean, delicious, moist.
And you've heard it here.
Yes, as the unpause is already coming out from the Alphen Rhinos, Mostar confirms it. And if you're really being happy with all this action and you want to see more, don't you worry. The 20th of September, the second season will already start, and it will be right back at you on this platform. We see another round coming in now. The Mostar Hornets has just lost a round, means that they're now on for masses. As Persons with the AWP eager to jump up, but his mate is delaying him.
Let's see who will get the first pick. Well, Persons is one with the AWP to be seen, but both angles playing passively, both sides playing very passively. Persons not really peeking out towards connector if he wants to. I get why he won't do that, but just because of his playstyle, he shoot. Oh, the timing! Oh,
always.
That doesn't work him in the end.
It always hurts to see it because you know it has happened to you many of times. The problem that you will look away and at that exact moment the enemy decides to peek the angle you were just holding, and now there is still some time to work with. 1 minute left on the clock. Persons is holding the angle, looking, hoping that he will be back, but unfortunately for him it will not happen. There's a smoke wall on towards mid. They are moving out as Persons is now holding the angle once again, but nobody's still committing for the peak except for Noxer, who actually gets timed out once again. There is an evasive who tries to dodge them all, but eventually can't dodge all. But it says Dirk is now getting a kill into the B side as well, as the commitment from Alphen Rhinos is coming in, but rotate as well. Mostar Hornets are ready. Mostar Hornets is killing. They are also losing some members. Persons is the only man left in a 1v4, moving around with an AWP, now stuck between a rock and a hard plate. 25 seconds and a very tough hill to climb.
Yeah, Persons need to go and save this AWP as 20 seconds on the clock. He has nothing to do. He will get an LNJ. And maybe even wants to go and commit to more kills, but at this moment he tries to bait out any shots, gets a second kill on Dirk. There's 10 seconds on the clock. If they peek out consistently, it could go very wrong in the way of Hornets as he goes on towards the side, trying to make a play, but DC is there to take him down. It will be 3-1.
Trying to style on the boys, but eventually he did not make it work. Unfortunately, it looked very fancy. He had some great movement right there. There you also see some confidence coming out of Persons. One of the cutest, nicest Benelux players all around. We don't see him often enough at events, but well, you see him right here as we now see a fast round from the Alphen Rhinos towards the A side. There are 3 players at the ready. LNJ though a bit distant at highway.
Well, let's see how far they want to do it. MRX has control checkers, which they don't challenge for it. They know he's in there, because I think the flash wasn't known that he would be going in there. As DC already getting 1 kill. As, well, now we're going in the favor for the Alphen Rhinos as MRX get 1 kill towards B, as making its way, getting an M4. But then Dirk is still there on side to trade back into the evasive, getting a good position. Tice is there to trade back. DC is in a good position, taking 1 down, needs to get the second, but he's not, as Persons is there to take him down. 2 versus 1. Tice is 7 HP. Dirk can do this, but he doesn't have utility to work with, and he needs to peek into both these players to really make the round work.
There is no utility at all for either party. There is a kit at forklift and Dirk will grab it. Of course, it's a position you have to clear, and so he will, as there are 2 players in a main. He will now face them. He will instantly die. Persons is holding the angle, and it's a 3-2 scoreline. The Alphen Rhinos are getting back into it, and only 1 round separates both teams. Unfortunately for the Mostar Hornets, now they are on an eco, and that means they might give up the lead right now.
Yeah, well, let's see. The eco could be maybe out of place if Rhinos don't expect it, but I think they do. So it will be a weird push from the Hornets coming in, and it looks like they will. As MRX already showing the Molotov, now Flash to secure himself to get away. Fully team that's flashed. He'll push through. MRX trying to challenge a little bit, not doing much. Another flash coming in, and now getting 1 very good second kill, and he doesn't get Molotov by his teammate.
That was a scary moment, but now the bomb has been dropped. 6 should have moved across, but he was too lazy. He wanted to get those frags, as now MRX made it a 4K for himself, and that makes it 3-3. It's equalized once again, and the economy of Mostar Hornets is still mediocre, to say the least. As they buy with 4 FAMASs, they have some utility, but only 1 defuse kit.
Yeah, well, this should be very interesting. how they're using a lot of utility, which I prefer over getting a upgrade on a rifle, but they're using it very early, and the Alphen Rhinos is waiting out the utility, getting a little bit forward position on the map, a little bit of information, and just playing off a first pick they can get. And the Mostar Hornets, well, Whizzing has a good position, pushing towards the area.
But now Mrex is in
Teammate,
miscommunication, a classic, as he does not spot. And this is weird, because like there was a man pushing on boost. It was Persons already clearing that angle, but still he was checking it. And if he would have just looked to highway, he would have had the kill, I believe. Now they want to do an A split, but the bomb is still on the ground. Meanwhile, there is a kill, though. Persons takes down DZ, as there is a lot of stuff happening all across the map, even some pressure towards B. As LNJ is now peeking towards Evasive, but he can't make it work. Meanwhile, Wissen is moving closer, could kill a player in a main, but now he hears the bomb being picked up as MRX moving in, dying. With 45 seconds on the clock, it's a 4-on-2, where Mostar Hornets has a big chance of winning.
Yeah, well, they need to find Wizzing as well, and they need to go with more players towards here. If pushes out, will take him down. Now it's only on Wizzing to really do it. He needs to clutch this for his round, or at least delay them as much as they cannot get the plant, as the bomb will be picked up right now, and he's looking the wrong way as the rest of the players making its way towards A. He spots out one player, take him down, that's ties down. Base is still 22 HP, so he could go for it if he wants to. He has a kit to work with as well, so this should be doable.
And now he is moving across, but decides to go against it. Maybe an exit frag, but a real retake, not highly likely.
Well, and then you have Persons with the weird shit saying to Evasive, well, boost me up, but we'll kill him in mid. And, no, he did.
You can always see, you can always try. And that late round boost will be the end of Wissen. Now we see an eco. Some pistol upgrades, of course, as they have a pretty decent loss bonus. But that's always a very sad thing to say. As we see the Alphen Rhinos now building, Bank going crazy, playing a bit slow as they're now blocking each other as well, just to mess with each other's mind.
Oh, I don't know, it was the Nox are pushing in to do a lot of damage, but it's Tyson Persons getting the 2 first frags as MRX holding it back. Able to take down Wizzing, and also taking down DC, and well, there you go. This is to take the last round, and well, Tice, they don't like Tice at this moment, they just knife him. They're like, yep, sit down, my friend.
Get out of the way. Tice even puts a smite in as he's actually dead instead of happy, as S6 is also putting in one. And that's one way to build your well, team spirit. I'm curious to see if they will actually put it back in. Tice has little to no money right now due to that team knife. See Persons being boosted up, will move across a little bit, and there's no op to stop him. No up on their side either, as Evasive is now shooting at Dirk, doing a little bit of damage, but will also take a nade in his claws, and that might actually be the reason he would die. Luckily for him though, he still has 40 health left, so time is still pretty decent, and they're just holding a default.
Yeah, well, the Mostar Hornets also playing very passively, not giving anything away. It looks like that they want to control a little bit towards B, seeing if they can get a first pick. But the bomb is still towards garage, so they can go either way if they wanted to. And I think the Rhinos are just waiting down the clock, see if the Mostar Hornets is getting a little bit too greedy in some positions, and then blowing up a site when it really need to.
Meanwhile, LNJ is just spraying around him. Rex wants to take fence control and move out. Will shoot a few bullets, but will not hit any. He's now jumping up his an angle, but Dirk has to kill him to Evasive. That is the opener Mostar Hornets needed, but he will eventually die. The same goes for Noxer. As only LNJ is at the ready, he will find a drive-by from Persons, the man with the legend, and he does exactly what he is known for. A drive-by which hurts your feelings. You just have flashbacks to Vietnam, and so you're 4-on-2 as the Alphen Rhinos take yet another round, and Mostar Hornets has to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, well, that's just classic Persons to first getting the kill towards the smoke and then getting the second kill drive-by, looking up to heaven, which is a very precision to really get it towards the side, and he just checks it, face checks it, instant kills it, and yeah, that's just him being confident and winning his aim duels.
He just knows what to expect, and he will make it work. As we see a 6 And the Alphen Rhinos again taking a lead. The Mostar Hornets aren't doing too shabby yet. Still one exit frag, one return from Wissen. But it's still 6-3. And it's still a bad economy for the Mostar Hornets.
Yeah, well, Alphen Rhinos having a lead of 3 rounds. Let's see if they can make it more, or will the Hornets come back for a little bit?
Well, we see 1 M4, of course, saved by Wissen. It will go towards the A side. He will be the solo hold right there. As LNJ is moving up towards Boost. There is a Sissix who will get 1 digged. And that is an opener, and they won it. Sissix being kind, saying nice job, but meanwhile Dirk is dying. And that is not what you need. And he went a bit too aggressive after getting the opening frag.
Well, on the side, on the Noxer is getting 1 kill, Wesing getting 1, as Prasan's now getting towards the A-bomb site, as a nade from Thijs taking that. And now it's 2 versus 3. Well, make that a 1 versus 3, but it's Prasan's, so...
Yes, that's why he had the angle towards LNJ, who was not expecting him to be roughly in that area.
They're going to push towards B. What is he doing?
YOLO. I think he expects the fence to be not broken, and he might not be wrong, and he can also still see fence right here, so it is a decent position, but the problem is that mid is now open, and Wissen is not holding it. If Persons has the read right here, he could go into CT, try to flank whatever he wants to do, but he'll go up highway, and Wissen is checking it. He is being tagged down to 2 HP, but he will find the kill. And will find the 4th round for his team. They're equalizing their score from last map, but it will to try and make it better. As we still see Byron coming in from the Alphen Rhinos. Lots of money in the bank after they had some commanding wins. And now a double up from the Mostar Hornets.
Yeah, well, let's see if the Rhinos work for it. And the Hornets on a double up. Let's see if they actually can use it at the advantage that they want to. Yeah, again aggressively. Mid gets a little bit tagged, but also gets attacked as well. Effect of the Alphen Rhinos. At this moment playing passively on both sides, not giving anything away, and Vated again wants to get that B control.
Sick pop flash from his teammate, doing amazing work. Fortunately not the work he wanted to. Just happens. Persons though with the kill, I think through the smoke even. And that's DC going down evasive with a follow-up. It's now B that's being battered down, and even a second frag to make it work again and again and again. Is it the reset which Mostar Hornets is so scared of? And it seems to be. Wissen has the AWP, will try to save it because a 1v5 retake is highly unlikely.
Yeah, he will go for the save, and well, as I said, evasive just going into B. He wants to get an opening there, and well, Persons get 1 in mid. As you said, maybe it was the smoke we couldn't see clearly, but he gets the first pick. Then evasive just follows up with 2 instantly, getting the bomb site, and well, then it just falls down from there. As the Mostar Hornets, well, they're looked up confident coming back into the rounds, but now they're getting fully on reset. As a Wizzing could just save this AWP. It could be a huge help into the next round, but it will be 7-4 for the Rhinos. And we're gonna go into the next round, and let's see if the Hornets could bring it back.
Well, there you see the players of the Alphen Rhinos on your screen again in the lead, ready to extend it even more. We have Persons on a 14-4 scoreline, and that just scares you. 133 ADR, 42% headshot despite using the AWP quite a lot. And those are some statistics to be very scared of, as Wissen is falling back. His nade is doing some work. It's evasive, half HP, but he's also being tagged up. He has to be scared. He isn't though, and that might cost him as he's now being pushed out, but he has a buddy with him. Persons can't follow up with a refrag.
You know, the players on the side of the Rhinos playing very passively now. Waiting, getting a little bit late on it, but kills going in the way now for the Rhinos. Is getting 3 kills all the way as they force it out in the end.
Wait,
Dirk and Nox.
MRX had the bomb, but was actually going through mid, which was very scary to me. Sorry for interrupting you.
No problem.
But I figured he could actually die there. Luckily, though, Thijs was there at the angle, saw the pistol, got the kill, but now it's a 1v2 for Noxer. He has no rifle at all.
He could maybe pick up a rifle, go for the save, but it's a little bit challenging, and MRX just shooting him right in the head. Don't give any simples, and he is, well, making it 8-4 as the Hornets will go by into this, but they will get a weak bye.
Well, maybe the bye is weak, but their hearts are strong, and that's just what you need. Believe, dream, and murder the Alphen Rhinos. Something you shouldn't say to Pita, but well, we might do it just to bully him. As we now see MRX again going aggressive towards B. It is Zizix standing by in A main. They're just holding a bit of a default, but they're always very passive towards Squeaky, despite Wizen actually taking control over it a few times already.
Yeah, and every time they did, Wizzing doesn't really commit in getting a kill there, so it's maybe or it's timing or it's just they're not really capitalizing on the information that Wizzing is getting. So now the Alphen Rhinos are playing passively, and LNJ has been boosting up in Vans. Lots of force him away, so yeah, that's kind of Unluko Maluko as Merix and Spawn 1 player tries to go for the kill, and LNJ gets away safely. As mid control is one thing that the Rhinos want to contest, and they actually also get it.
Ooh, this position from DC is very scared. A flashbang would ruin his day, but luckily LNJ is also ready to help him out. Unfortunately, DC gets one kill, gets refragged straight away. Meanwhile, MRX has to kill onto Dirk. And it's a 4-on-2. It's LNJ now trying to make a play, and so he will. It is one kill for him, but he stands in the fire. He will die. Presence from the grave, avenging himself. And only Wizen again left with an AWP. Worth us Presence a little bit of the end, just the way I like it, as a no-scope comes in. It's a 1-on-2, 20 seconds left, but Alphen Rhinos will plant the bomb on B. And if you look at the position of MRX, this is pretty much unlosable.
Yeah, well, MRX is in a very good position. Wizzing needs to be guard to check that corner and expecting that, or MRX needs to lose everything. And oh, he almost spots him in the end, as MRX is there to deny him getting a 3K in that round. 9-4 now. The Ryans losing not any single runs in the last 3-4 rounds. So
yeah, 3 in a row, and that's just the way to go. As we now see the CT players on an eco. Next round they can buy, but it's still not really what they want. As we see again a full buy from the Alphen Rhinos. They have money in the bank. They have zero problems whatsoever. Let's see what LNJ can do. He has had some beautiful deagle shots, and now he will take down Persons with a one-click. He gets tagged through the wall. He wants to grab some utility, so he will re-smoke mid and hopes that some player could boost him.
Yeah, he tries to see if he can get something going on in AK that's been dropped, but cannot find it. It's a 4 versus 3 now, as the Alphen Rhinos went a little bit too much aggression in mid, but is there to kill Alan through the smoke. And goodbye, Alan.
Alas, Alan, next time you'll have more luck, maybe more 1-deeks, and everything would be alright, as we now see a 3-on-3 situation. And that means it's back to the advantage of the Alphen Rhinos. Unfortunately for them though, there is a push from Wizen, which gives a lot of information. And DC is still scared of a main, and that is quite odd, as his mate has pushed through. It's Dirk here in CT, holding an angle, but smoke is in the way. And now he will find a gap, will do some damage, will get some damage in return, but look in the flank, it's Wizen with the CC choking up a little bit. He has to reload. It's also now DC at Heaven, but the bomb is now being planted. It is a 3-on-3 retake, and Mostar Hornets are trying to fight their way in. Despite their efforts, though, they're already losing one player, and seems like DC isn't really feeling it anymore.
Tries to do anything. DZ has picked up an AK, gets the first frag, he gets a second, but they're both holding the angle and will take him down. 10-4 now. Well, the Alphen Rhinos just looking way too good, and well, last round of the first half here, and Cash has it's been the pick of the Alphen Rhinos. Well, most of the Hornets already having 4 rounds. Last map was 16-4.
Yeah, well, it is something a little bit better, but the Alphen Rhinos are still very happy to be winning, as Zizix just moves out of mid. There is a player at Sandbags, he's been mollied, he's been pushing, he's been dying. It's Thijs with the kill onto him, as DC is moving back just in time, but again, Wizen with the push right here, and Marex spots him. He will eventually fall. Presence is holding the angle, but knows that the chances are small that he will get a kill, as Dirk has now got bomb control, and there's 4 people to find, as Presence is now into his crosshair.
Yeah, and the bomb control has now been going his way as the mid control has been set up towards the angles of Rhinos. But now he peeks in, and I don't know why Dirk will be doing that as he just gives away the position and the bomb has been taken. Both players are tagged though, DC and Noxa left alive. DC has also been tagged. As Noxa in a very good position, but then the timing on the nade, it doesn't work and he nades himself off. That means that it will get fully on B control, that the bomb can be planted and they can get already in an after plant position to hold against it. And Noxa, he will be waiting for DC to come here and retake, but very, very weird from Noxa there.
Yeah, they have no utility as well, so that makes it a bit harder to begin with, as Thijs is holding the cross for Zizix. He's just holding the angle towards heaven. And now we see one player going across. The other one has already died. And Thijs has the angle just to play. It's been planted for him. He's calling the bluff of Noxer, who is at the bomb. Standing by, will now try to stick it, but has no kit. And the time is gone. It's 11-4. The Alphen Rhinos makes it another one for himself. And that means Mostar Hornets are really back against it. They have to fight for what's right and keep on believing. You see him right there. The stream has unfortunately stopped working, so you don't see him live. But they are very happy as, well, we see no angry movements from the Mostar Hornets players so far, which does give us some happiness.
It does. It does. It's not that they're too angry. They're also calling good half, so they're pretty happily on the plate.
Yeah, but, well, if you look at the score, they're just being bashed in. Mainly, again, Presence and MRX. Thijs is also standing close by him, being a kill or so down. And let's see what the second half will bring. The second half, last time around for Mostar Hornets, did not really bring what they wanted to have. But maybe now it will. It is the T side of Cash. It is a bit more of a freestyle play, and maybe that will suit him.
Maybe. You never know. The Alphen Rhinos. They're having 11 rounds already. If they win the pistol round, they can even also make this 16-4, as they also done on Inferno, which would be insane for them.
That would be some consistency to live by, as there's now a push coming out, but there is a lot of players with Mostar Hornets right here. And the first one is falling, but it goes all across as Presence is getting a 4K. And meanwhile, it is the last frag that was for Thijs. No ace for him, but 12-4. Alphen Rhinos just doing the classic three-man push at B.
But that's just Presence. Like, you're losing your teammates all the back. He's like, oh, I got this. I got this.
Bonjour, au revoir, and yet another round for me and mes amis.
Yeah, well, the Hornets going for the straight-up deagle buys. They want to get the one headshot. But Presence, what are you doing? Just showing instantly where he's made off, tapping two players away. One tries to peek into him, and they cannot even use their deagles if they will be taken down. Evasive already pushing through with the auto shotty. Could be a thorn in their back of their side as Civics, well, going with the scout as well. Evasive, well, goodbye. And Noxa pushing through, 16 HP for him to do it. Well, also coming from the back. Oh, Dirk is able to trade back into it, making it 2 versus 4. But this should be another round for the Rhinos.
Thijs still chilling right here in Snacks. And will he be spotted out? Well, Noxer is looking at his way, tries to want that, but a P250 is not lethal at that range. Will eventually still get a kill though, as Zizix has the refrag. It's only Dirk left in a 1v3, and he won't win. It's now 13-4 for the Alphen Rhinos, as they're already one map up. As we've said before, they are currently trying to win. That would mean a €450 check for them, and 5 fancy shirts by Manatee, customized and ready to be worn.
Yeah, and also getting, of course, the title of being the champions of the first season of City League. Well, the Hornets in a very weird force buy, as they want to grind up some rounds. It's 13-4. And the Alphen Rhinos look way too confident, and overall, Presence is looking way too confident as he's been clicking headshots these last 2 rounds.
Yeah, it seems to be too easy for him, as, well, it could actually be he's just bracking, he's just ready. He's still considering if it's maybe warm-up he's playing, but meanwhile Noxer takes down his teammate Emirax, who's also been showing up, and now it will be an A play. There is no smoke to cover the cross though, as Persons has a first kill, will try to get a second, and so he will. He eventually dies just like Sissix does, and that means it's now a 2-on-3. 1 HP though for LNJ, as the bomb is now on site, being planted for default, and that does trouble the long-term position. It's facing now with the first frag onto Wizen, still 1 man low, and he could be naded out by Thijs. He will throw it out, but he will not get the kill. It's DC though with 1 frag onto Evasive.
Yeah, both players are towards side, so he should be able to work with this as both players playing towards quad. He's running towards it. They get the first one. Is he getting the second? No, it's DC who just crouches below his angle, and it will be 5-13. The Hornets just getting 1 more round to live with. They will need to force buy back into this, and well, the Rhinos could go for the force as well, as it looks like they will. As the moment they win this next round, they will fully on reset the Hornets, and it will be an easy ground to the finish.
Yeah, Mostar Hornets is getting a new record against the Alphen Rhinos. They still need quite a bit more to bring it to a third map, possibly. Meanwhile, we see a kill coming in from Dirk, as I accidentally clicked away, but luckily we have Persons, the man to watch, and so he shows once again as he gets the refrag, makes it 4-4 again on this false buy of the Alphen Rhinos. They have been boosting up as well, but MRX has dropped down for some reason. And it's squeaky. There is LNJ, and he gets his way. It's a 4-on-3 situation right now as he tries to extend it, but so far it has not been working out. But the rest of the team is now coming with him. They are pushing towards the A side, and Sissix is standing by.
Yeah, Sissix with a deagle holding from yellow for cliff. Trying to get a kill, but DC is there. Bomb will be planted as 2 players can do it. This is Thijs and Persons as he swings a little bit through. Thijs needs to get this first kill. He does. He can get an AK. This is both 2 players to do it. There's 1 player in the flank. If they get on site very quickly and get these kills, it should be working. But Wizzing is already coming in the flank. Persons, you need to move, as 1 player is coming up highway right now, and they will not be able to check for it.
Now it is a kill from Noxer onto Persons. It is missing a lot of bullets, but luckily Noxer moves in, gets a second of a round, and that means it's now 13-6. Mostar Hornets are still fighting for their lives, and Alphen Rhinos are now on an eco. Theoretically, they will stay smart and will actually go on that eco and try to fight another day, as they will have M4s the next round. But will they also have an op? Don't think so.
No, I don't think so as well, as they will go for a B push, and it looks like that nobody actually is there to hold it off. So Wizzing is the one to be the call on it, and the moment he knows that they're here. So yeah, never go towards useless. You know they're holding it. Go towards T-spawn, get in their back, get any miscommunication, they just shoot, and well, Wizzing.
Oh, but Evasive gets the kill towards Noxer. Wizen is still here, and he will take a refrag for his account. That means there's now a 4-on-3 situation. The bomb will be planted safely at B, and the last 3 players of the Alphen Rhinos will try to damage a little bit and save that AK, as we do see Thijs trying to fight him off, but can't find a hit just yet.
Yeah, they're just playing passively also on Rhinos, so they want to see if they can get some exits. Maybe some aggression players who would try to hunt for him. Maybe get another rifle in their hands, and then they should be fine to get the buy into the next round. And overall, the Mostar Hornets now getting the 7th round, and well, getting a little bit more of their confidence back, I would say.
Yes, as MRX is now holding the angle with the USP, doing a lot of damage, gets the kill onto Wizen, and that is the economic damage they were looking for. They yet want another kill. Pinstring down Dirk right now. He gets killed from Thijs. That is a little bit ugly, and that's another UMP being saved. 2, to say the least. This is now 13-7. Mostar Hornets is closing the gap, but they have been losing players and also have been losing some money. Auto sniper from Noxer. And
okay.
A glass cannon AK. And he's like, I'm a glass cannon, Wizen, give it back.
No!
Oh! They don't think it is the right option. They throw it over the wall, and that is a lot of money being thrown away. What? Crazy times right there with the Mostar Hornets, as the boy seemed to come out crazily enough with a outer sniper, as Persons tries to counter-boost himself, but he messes up. Luckily though for the Mostar Hornets, as they were not in position, will now try to smoke flash and do whatever they can to get close, but so far they don't get anywhere.
That was just a waste of $5,000.
Yep.
5,000. You know what you can buy with a $5,000?
Another sniper for the T side.
Exactly.
As we now see Persons just standing by, hoping that a crazy player would walk out, and he could get the angle onto Wizen. Fortunately for him, though, there is also a pressure from Boost, but he will deal with it. Is Dirk going down, sees the feet of Wizen, but does not get the kill. Now there is some pressure towards the A7, but MRX is on Boost, just biding his time, waiting around, hoping that a player will fall to his arms. But so far, they're still doubting where should we go. But the bomb is coming closer.
Yeah, it looks like they won't go for an A setup. They have the smokes, they have the utility to work with to get it towards the side, but MRX is on Shroud, so this could be disastrous if they don't check for it. As Evasive has the cross angle, he will go for it. That looks like they won't check for it, as MRX is just holding his trigger, and now he goes in. He's getting 2 kills. He wants to go for the third as well. He reloads, and he does. MRX going huge, as Zizix kills the last one in the end and makes it 14-7. MRX with the trigger discipline, able to get 3 in the end there, playing it perfectly, using the Shroud position where it's meant for as well.
Shroud is actually a little bit lower. It's the boost he was playing on.
Ah, well, the boost, I would call it Shroud as well.
Oh, you're crazy, man.
Well,
Shroud is where you boost from.
Well, whatever. Whatever.
Oh. Now we see a force buy coming in from Mostar Hornets as they are trying to boost, but there is a molly in the way. Persons is taking his time just to counter boost himself. And will they be expecting it? They probably heard some noise. But Dirk still jumps into his arms, and LNJ also being downed. Perfect execution from Persons, spots another player in Squeaky. He's just waiting, also being pushed from main, and gets a third. No, it's just a bit too much to ask for.
Wow.
Oh, the nade as well from Evasive, using the skybox to perfection, almost getting a kill. There's now a kill with the AK to make it a 4-on-2. And well, there is another molly, there is a little bit more damage, and it is now Rhinos delaying a little bit longer.
Yeah, well, the Hornets, they have 2 players to work with, 4 players to be found, and they have 1 flash and 1 smoke. So if they want to decide to go for the B-bomb site, it's the weirdest option, as they already have 3 players stacked up towards that. DC needs to make something happen towards mid, maybe, and really get into a good position, and then Noxa push together. But at this moment, it doesn't look like that the Hornets have any idea what they really want to do.
Dash just chilling out right here, and Checkers, will he get checked? No, he won't. It's DC still holding the angle for the refrag, though, and now it's a 1-on-3 for him. 30 seconds left, and it's Evasive that is awkwardly low. He knows where he is, but the problem is there's still 2 more players to find, and they're now building that crossfire setup, using some nades to delay it even longer. 15 seconds left, and there is no way to win it anymore. Time has ticked too far, and it's DC in a 1v3, and he will fall 15-7 for Alphen Rhinos. That means now map and match point. Will they win it 2-0, or will Mostar Hornets have a majestic comeback?
No, they won't, as the Alphen Rhinos will win this with very easily coming, as I suggest that the Mostar Hornets are already done, tilted, and very far, as they will try and get mid control with a weird push. They will get 3, well, they will get 1 kill, 3 of them will die, then they have 2 versus 4, and then they will do a weird push towards the side and they will die.
Well, that has been the story so far, but now we see a little bit of a split. A fake towards the B side, but Stijs missing the first shot. His mate is close, but he will recover, get the second opportunity, and get the kill. Gets a second as well. Zizix had done some damage, and eventually it's all done in a few seconds. MRX had a double kill as Squeaky at 16-7. A better score right now from the Mostar Hornets, but the winner of this tournament, as you can see, there's a little bit delay on the cam, is right now the Alphen Rhinos.
Yeah, the Alphen Rhinos being your City League Season 1 champions, playing very perfectly. And I said it. It's them. They just are way outskilled on the Hornet side.
Definitely, and well, there you can see the winning reaction. We had the timing. They are happy, but also a bit tired probably after this long haul, and they'll take home 450 euros and also 5 customized shirts by Manatee. Something to be very happy with, and even some fireworks. Look at the production. We're just taking it to a whole new level. And the greatest... Oh, even girls coming in. Why don't we have that at the studio?
I was just about to say.
Well, it's something to be improved on, Shaq, as we now see the win coming out from the players and some fireworks. They will be very happy. They will take home the big stuff, but they should always be on their lookout because the 20th of September, the second season will already start. And you still have some chances to get your team ready. You have to have a local LAN cafe to play from. You need to be there for every week, every play day. When you're ready, you will have to destroy your opponents to be at the ready to possibly get your money next time around. But, well, you have to practice. If you just look at how the Alphen Rhinos won, you don't always have to win. It's also fun and games, but winning is always the most fun, wouldn't you say?
It's the best thing ever if you win a good game of Counter-Strike, and then also being the champions of the City League first season, that just adds it up, getting a little more of a prize money and also getting free jerseys. That sounds great.
Yeah, and of course next season will only be better, I believe, as they are currently working behind the scenes to improve everything they can. You see Presence with his V-neck being utterly happy with his win. You don't see his face, but you can imagine the smile that he is currently having just looking at what kind of words we said about him.
I hope he likes it.
I hope so too. We urge you to follow this channel, as the 20th of September, as I just said, the second season will already start of the City League CSGO tournament. We thank you all a lot for watching, as there's now a team picture being taken. We thank the Alphen Rhinos for winning the esports game arena, their local LAN cafe where they were playing. We thank you all for watching. We thank the people behind the scenes, and we hope to see you next season. See you then.